golf course
Yes,
forever.
sir. We used to
All
go over
right,
there.
we
Yeah.
on, people. We on. Wing the Sports back with a vengeance. We have a guest from Baylor University, played with my dad, Mr. Robert Radar Hope. Thanks for
Yes,
joining us.
sir. Yes,
We
sir.
got Coach DT, Dr. Sports Talk, Dr. Break Vegas. He on wanna break right now. We're having technical difficulties, but we're working on that. Hopefully, we can get everything back together before the end of the show. And we have one guest, Coach Fish. He hadn't responded back to me, so Radar, you gonna steal all the shine.
And Fish was driving. He might get back on. He probably lost
Yeah,
connection because he was on the road.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can
Yep.
get back on.
Yeah, he'll
But
get back on.
Radar, we're gonna start with you. How long were you an
How
educator?
long? You sound like Richard Pryor. What?
How long were you an educator? Because all of us are educators.
Oh man, this is my 20. Zach, I've been in education so long, I don't even remember how long I've been. That's how long I've been in.
I
No,
bet
I've
you,
been
I
in
bet you
like
put
about
them service records in to get that right pay for how long?
no, I've been in. I think this is my 26th year or 27th year, one of them. I've been in for a
26.
while, man. Yeah.
I mean, because
I
you
was
took a hiatus too.
yeah, I retired in 2004, 2014, and I came back. I did 26 years in Grand Prairie. I was an elementary school PE teacher and I was a high school assistant principal. And I took 10 years off and I went back. This is my third year back as an elementary PE teacher. And the reason I went back because my little boy and my daughter, I wanted to be their PE teacher at the elementary school. But that didn't work out. So, but the money was good. So I said, I'm gonna stick around for a little while, a little while
Yeah,
longer, and try to make a little bit more of that money. So it's all
yeah.
good,
It
man.
give you something to do in the day too, so you won't be at the house feeling your age.
Huh?
So it give you something to do in the day, so you won't be at the house feeling your age.
Yeah, it made me take a nap every day. That's what it made me do. I feel my age every day. That last bell ring, and I go home, boy. Shoot. But anyway, it's all good. I ain't
But
complaining. I ain't complaining.
but but
You know, but it's all
yeah.
good, man. We
So
So
need.
you was telling us about your getting recruited at Baylor.
oh yeah.
Besides Baylor, give us some of those stories. Mike Singletary, man, y'all played with a lot of people that made the league back then.
Oh my gosh! At one point, I think we probably had the most. I don't think I know we did. I remember them saying that we had the most guys in the NFL. From a college football team. We oh man unbelievable. Mike was one. Singletary Mike was one. Mike and I was suite mates for
Coach,
3 years. 3 years until our senior year, and they let us move off campus our senior
you
year.
can get back in. Just
But
just click the invite again. All right,
you
I'm
good with
sending
that?
it. I'm sending it back to you.
Yeah.
Fish
And
wasn't able to get back in. I gotta send him the invite again.
Yeah, we
okay.
had to be fish.
Yeah, Mike Fisher played. Fisher was with the Cardinals for a while. And then you had Abercrombie, Walter Abercrombie, Dennis Gentry, Alfred Anderson. We had so many running back. Frank Pollard, Van McElroy. I can go on and on and on and on. I tell you what a lot of people don't know. With Walter and Dennis, those were two of the best running backs. Walter was the number one draft choice by the Steelers. Dennis went to the Bears. He's number four. And Greg Hawthorne was number one by the Steelers, running back. What a lot of people don't realize, man, as good as those running backs were that we had, right? Billy Sims and Earl Campbell were supposed to be at Baylor also.
Man, you just named some of the
Too
best
high.
running back in the '70s.
Now, can you imagine a backfield with Earl? Now this is Earl. Earl's head coach was Corky Nelson, who came to Baylor as the linebacker coach. He was Mike Singletary's linebacker coach. All right. When Corky came to Baylor, he brought Gary Dunn. He brought Ronnie Bo Lee, who's All American, played in the NFL for I don't know how many. He's recently passed about a couple of years ago. Real good dude. And Andrew Mellon Tree. Who else? Man, it was so many. That I'm telling you, that team that had to be the biggest team I ever seen in my life. The boys he brought in, and Earl was supposed to come with him too. Now I don't know what happened with Earl why he backed out at the last minute, but he did. But Billy Sims talking about this on social media the other day. He was committed to Baylor, and OU they were playing for the national championship, and Barry Switzer uh well it was halftime of the game. They playing for the national championship, and the phone rings in Hooks, Texas. Billy Sims' mother goes and answers the phone, and she said, Billy, it's for you. So Billy Sims gets on the phone, and You know who it was on the other end?
Barry Swiss.
Twister. He called him a halftime. Hey, he said, hey, I'm gonna tell you what he said. He said, hey, how you like how we kicking that ass? That's what he said, right? So Billy Sims said, this man thought enough of me to call me at halftime of the game when they playing for the national championship, and that's when he switched from Baylor to OU.
Hey,
We would have. Man, did
that's
you
a
know
power
that?
move.
Mike, did you know that?
Only because he told me last year before last.
Yeah. I'm telling him, as good as our backfield was, we would have had Billy Sims and Earl Campbell in the backfield also with Walton and Dennis and Alfred Anderson and oh man.
Hey, y'all would have won more than the Peach Bowl.
Hey, yeah, that's true too. We did make it to the Cotton Bowl now. You know who our biggest inspiration was though, don't you?
Pops.
Yes, sir. Your daddy.
Yeah.
Your daddy was the biggest inspiration on our football team, and he never set foot on the field. I'm telling you.
You see that?
I still
I
you
got.
remember that fish?
Wow.
He got the video.
I sent him the
Huh?
video.
He got the video in his hand.
I sent him the video, but I'm gonna give him the CD.
Okay.
I got the CD. I'm outside your door now.
You outside whose door?
My
Right
door
there.
sounds like it.
Oh, I thought the Negro done drove all the way to El Paso. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
All right, Coach. Coach, you changing up plans. Give me 1 second, everybody. But Radar got drafted by the Buffalo Bills. Fish, when you come in, I guess we'll bring you on. Give us some stories about making it to Buffalo, and especially tell the one about when y'all found out y'all had to practice outside.
Well, first of all, I'm still mad because I went the 6th round. That's the Fish. We should have went.
That's
We should have
fine.
went. We should have.
That's money, man.
We should
That's
have
money.
went. We should have went before the 6th round. You know that. What round? What was your round? 8. Both of us should have went before that. But anyway, it's all good. But I'll say this: the only thing I knew about Buffalo back then, they used to have a commercial on TV about a Die-Hard battery commercial. And all that snow, and they would say if your car was starting to snow in Buffalo, New York, it'll start anywhere. So that's one of the teams that I had picked that I did not want to go. Didn't want to go. I didn't like that cold weather. But anyway, it was all good. You know what, man? I got a chance to meet a bunch of guys who I'm still real good friends with. You know, one of them, Jared Butler. You remember Jared Butler? Jared Butler was the best man at my wedding. I was the best man at his wedding.
Can't run like I
got
used
a chance.
to.
Got a chance to hang out with. Say what now? Got a chance to hang out with Slick Rick James. Rick James lived about a mile from the stadium. Got a chance to hang out with him a few times.
Wow.
Got a chance to hang out and talk to OJ Simpson. You know, because OJ used to come. They was doing Monday Night Football, and he was a commentator. And a lot of the guys that the electric company that blocked for him when he got those 2,000 yards, a lot of those guys were still on the team. So when OJ would come back, they would all get together after the game and go out, and we go out and sit down and talk to him and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, a lot of good memories. You know, so like I say, my NFL career didn't work out the way it should. I stayed injured too much. Didn't get a chance to do much of anything. But anyway, it was good. You know, I had a good experience with my teammates and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, I can't complain, man. I can't complain. So
you can hear anything? You can hear this?
Yeah, man. You touched a lot of people, man.
Rick James.
Rick James, you talking about the juice.
Rick.
I mean, that's some company right there, boy.
Yeah.
I can tell you some Rick James story too, but I'm gonna have to wait till y'all get off the
air. I got some too from Rick James.
Fish say he got some Rick James stories.
Go. You got some Rick James stories. Go ahead.
Yeah, St. Louis, Illinois. Not St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Illinois. That's popping right there.
Okay.
So
compare stories then, because I got some Rick stories.
Yeah, we waiting on one of your stories, Coach. Coach got drafted by the Cardinals.
Zach or Coach Fish, one of y'all got to mute your mic. There we go.
No,
all right.
Fish, get back on that, boy. We need to hear some.
You just have some noise. Yeah, we'll be able to hear. We'll be able to hear him.
You good?
Yep.
So yeah.
So I mean, before we move on, because you know that Baylor connection, man, and that talent, and you know, from the player standpoint, I mean, you just illustrated, Radar, what you guys had, but I
Oh
kind of
man.
want to touch on this because we're athletes, we're also coaches, but you guys head coach, man, Grant Taft, you know, he has a quote that says the best teachers coach their students and the best coaches are great teachers. I mean, how was that exemplified when you guys were at Baylor?
Well, Coach Tal was like the main reason why. I'm pretty sure, and Fish he probably said the same thing. The main reason why we ended up going to Baylor, you know, I mean, he's just great guy, you know, and that goes back to even Zach, you know, the way he was, you know, with your dad when your dad got injured. You know, I still remember that. I used to tease Alfred Anderson and Walter Abercrombie because they're from Baylor. I mean, they're from Waco, right? And I was like, Coach Taft had to be like one of the best recruiters because I was like, y'all from Waco, y'all grew up here in Waco all your life, and that man still convinced y'all to go to school.
There ain't much there.
So
Man,
anyway, I just joke with him, but anyway, no, Coach Taft was, you know, without, you know, one of the best coaches that you'll ever that I ever had, and you know, very good, very one of the best motivators, and like I said, the way he was with Kyle probably impressed me more than anything else. You know, when your dad was injured and he had all us to get down on one knee, and you know, Kyle being 19 years old, and we knew right away, you know, something was wrong. Everybody was devastated, and like what happened to him could have happened to any of us. And you know, Coach Taft had us rally around Cal. He would always have your dad to come back and talk to us. And like I told you before, even though Cal never played, he was our biggest inspiration. Anybody that played with us during that time would tell you that as well. You know, when he would come back and visit us, or you know, we did a little you know, he updates on how he was doing and that type thing. I mean, you remember the Arkansas game, Fish? When
senior year,
Yeah, you know, when he came back.
uh, we beat them what, 49-14?
Oh, your memory better than mine. I'm talking about when Kyle was in the locker room. When he came in the locker room, remember that?
Yeah, that's
He
because
came
Lord,
there and stood. Man, I'm gonna
about to
tell you this.
cry.
When that man came in that locker room and stood up and took like them 2 steps, Zach,
Yeah, that's what I
I
remember
don't,
hearing.
I don't give a damn if it was the Dallas Cowboys we was playing
Which
against.
going win?
Oh my
Mm.
God, everybody was so amped up, you know, and it was just like I said, Kyle never set one foot on the field, but you know what he was dealing with, and you know, was life. You know, well, we was just playing a game, but to see him come back, you know, and go through what he had gone through, and see him the way he was handling it, and you know, not ask anybody for anything, just take all the weight on his own shoulders, and you know, tell everybody, you know, don't worry about me, you know, just take care of your business. He said, y'all take care of your business, do what you got to do. He said, I guarantee you, I'll see you at the end of the year, which is exactly what happened. You know, he came back and showed up and everything, but. Oh man, your daddy was, man. If you just a piece of a chip off the block like your daddy, boy, you can, and you are. But he was something else. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, he was something else, man.
and I want to, add on to what you're saying about Taft. Uh, he always showed me love too because of Pops.
Yeah,
And when Baylor would play SFA, he'd give me tickets in the press box to the game. And whenever he was under the team, just like I had the pictures out on the sideline, he'd bring me back in memory of Pop.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
What's up?
yeah. He looked out for you. Yep, I know.
My last junior year at Lancaster, junior high year is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Junior high. We went undefeated, and the teams we beat in junior high, 2 of them went on to win state. We beat Ennis, we beat Corsicana, and then we drove all the way down to beat Stephenville, and then we played a Dallas school. Nobody played Dallas school, but we did. And so the guy who does my booster club, he had me come in to the banquet, and I come in there playing the Baylor song, and I didn't know why they was playing. I look up, and Grant Taft is coming along there, and he spoke at our banquet, junior high banquet.
Wow.
And then all these coaches came in from all over the place, just come in just to hear him talk. But that he showed what kind of guy Grant Taft was. I can't remember him coaching at all. I remember one day at University of Texas, we was playing him there. Earl Cameron was playing, and we're going down the ramp. He said, "Fish, man, I dreamed that you caught this long pass for a touchdown." I said, "Man, y'all didn't even throw it to me in practice all week.
No, we didn't
How
get
am
the
I
ball
going to do
back then.
that?" He didn't
We didn't
say
get the
nothing
ball back
because
then.
he's not. He didn't coach. He had an offense coordinator, defense coordinator. Corky Nelson probably had more energy on the practice field than Grant Taft could ever have. I think.
He's the man behind the curtains. He ain't got to be Jerry Jones, I
He
guess.
don't. He don't. He let his offense coordinator, defense coordinator run the show. And Con Davidson had something to do with that too.
Yep.
Robert Ho.
Yep.
I think Corky, didn't he go coach North Texas for a bit? When he the head coach of North Texas for a bit?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Okay.
Sure did. You know, Corky, Zach, I don't even know if you know this, but Corky was the first one to give your daddy a van.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
When we were trying to raise money to buy Cal a handicap accessible van and raising money to buy him the house, Corky's daughter, he had a daughter that she had broken her neck in a diving accident.
Oh, wow.
And when she ended up passing away, and when she passed away, before we had enough money to buy Cal a brand new van, Corky gave your dad his daughter's van.
Wow.
I didn't know if you knew that or not. Corky was a good dude, man. Good dude.
No.
He didn't take no stuff.
Let me tell you how close Pops and Radar was. You know, Pops wasn't no angel because I be like, Pops, man, what all would you get into? You know, he's like, if a bike could get there, I could get there.
If what? You said what?
If a bike could get there, he could get there. So Radar will come pick him up, and they will go frequent certain spots till the wee hours of the morning.
You know what?
Before the van. So yeah.
Yeah,
before he got the van, y'all was going kicking it all night. So
yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
You ride or die.
You know what? I don't care what he asked me to do. I don't care what I was doing. If I was teaching elementary P in that high sun all day and I was taking a nap, when your daddy called and said, "Let's go," it was time to go. Because I know how much that meant to him, you know. And I knew how much. I'm gonna tell you what. When Corky gave him the van, when Cal started driving, and he had a little fender bender.
Yeah.
And he got scared. He wouldn't drive no more. And I hated that because I wanted him to have his independence where he can just go jump in the van and go where he wanted to, anytime he wanted to, or whatever, right? Didn't have to depend on nobody.
But you know why he stopped though, right?
Do what now?
You know why he stopped though, right?
He had that fender bender, that little accident.
Because if you get a flat, something happens, ain't nothing he can do. He's stranded again. So he just wanted to eliminate that altogether.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't put two and two together. But
yeah,
anyway,
that was eliminated altogether. Yeah,
but it didn't matter because, like I said, whenever he called me, I knew that I just couldn't imagine or fathom or whatever being in that position that he was in, and whatever it took to make him happy or to just get his mind away for a few minutes or whatever. I'm all in. So, and he was always good to me. We pretty much had the same sense of humor. He had me laughing just as much as I had him laughing. But he was just a good dude, man. Your daddy was a good dude, and yeah, we hit them spots.
Like I said, y'all was ride or die, and I didn't really understand that dynamic until I got divorced and moved in with him.
Yeah,
and man, now I got to see face to face. You know what I'm saying? Exactly what the deal was. So yeah, you did a lot, man. So
yeah,
you was the driving force for a lot. To help Pops make it.
Yeah, he deserved it, man. I hated that. Even to this day, I tell you what I did. You had a picture on your Facebook the other day when you was getting ready for this show, and
it touched. Hey, when Pops had his heart attack, Mike Singletary came to the hospital and he was there like for a while, man. He was like, you could tell how close and how personal the relationship was because he was just so deep in thought. I just left him there to spend his last moments with him.
Yeah.
But that meant a lot too.
Yeah, well, you had a picture of your dad and Grant and Coach Taft standing next to each other.
Oh.
I took a screenshot of that picture, and I'll never take it out of my phone because it's the only picture I have of him where he's not in that wheelchair. And I said, I'm gonna treasure this picture. I hadn't seen that picture before. But I said, I'm gonna treasure that picture, and I'm gonna keep that picture, and I'm gonna keep it in my phone.
Yeah, man, that's my little monument, my little wall of me and Pop's little college playing days.
I've never seen that picture before, you know. And it reminded me of when I knew your dad before the accident. You know, I still remember him and what's his name? His name will come to me in a minute. They was about to get into it up in the dormitory one time. Your daddy was getting ready to unleash them bolos on him.
He from West Dallas, so you know, it is what it is.
Yes, sir. Kyle was a fighter too, boy. I still remember that. Oh, what's his name? I can't remember Tony's last name. It'll come to me in a little bit. But anyway, your dad was a good dude, man. And now your whole family. You know, I got a chance through Cal. I got a chance to know your grandmother and your granddad. And, Daryl came down and played with us at Baylor. And,
crazy,
Ronnie,
he was crazy,
everybody, the whole family, man. Everybody, and all, And you know what? I'm gonna tell you, this is what impressed me about your family. All right. When Cal was hurt, I remember I had an advantage over a lot of other guys that played at Baylor because I lived in Dallas. I lived 15 minutes away from Cal. Like Mike Fisher and some of the guys, they lived in Waco, so they didn't have as they weren't accessible as I was. It's felt like people living in Houston and all that kind of stuff. But I got a chance I had a front row seat, and this is what impressed me. When your daddy, after that accident, I never heard him ask for anything. Right? Never heard him ask for anything. When he went back to school, never heard him ask anybody for any help. When he got him a job, never heard him ask for help. He would do this. Whenever he would go somewhere, and I watched this, he would come out of the house, he would in a wheelchair, and he would go to the passenger side. They would pick him up out the wheelchair, Cliff and all of them. They pick him up, and they put him in the front seat, and they fold that wheelchair up, and they put him in the trunk. Now, when he got to school, they go take that wheelchair out the trunk, wheel it back around. Cal get in, he go to work, go to school, whatever, right? When work or school was over, he'd come out of the building,
do the same thing,
get in that wheelchair, take him out the wheelchair, pick him up, fold that wheelchair up, put it in the trunk, and then when he got back to the house, take the wheelchair out of the trunk, put him back in. Every time he went somewhere, they had to do that 4 times. And I was like, this is ridiculous. This doesn't make any sense. And that's when we started pushing, for the handicap accessible van and all that kind of stuff. But the way your people, your family, his family, rallied around him and stepped up and took care of all his needs and all that kind of stuff. A lot of families don't do that. I just had a cousin of mine. They found in Houston up on the bridge in his wheelchair back during this past winter. Where he had froze to death. Okay, it wasn't no support system like that where everybody rallied around him. So that's not a given. That has to come from your heart. And that goes directly to the way you were raised. That's attributed to your grandmother and your granddad. I used to sit at the table and talk to them all the time. Beautiful people. So yeah, but man, you got a good family, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, good family, good people.
What you didn't know, this man right here, Coach Chris, came to my life in high school. And we're gonna talk about those memories because we had a pretty decent track squad. We didn't deliver on our potential, but it was there.
Yeah, Fish was a bad boy too back in the day.
Yeah,
so they didn't get the ball to us, Fish, like I wish they would have. If they did, I think we'd have much better, much more successful career, professional career.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, but what he was talking about is that, like the 100-yard dash at district, first, second, third.
No.
No.
It was just a 100-yard dash.
No. I wasn't through.
Okay.
I could have just said we got first, second, third, and everything except
what school was
What district was it?
No,
it was DeSoto.
What school were y'all at? What high school were y'all at?
DeSoto.
DeSoto High School. Okay.
Yeah, but we were in Garland School District.
Garland.
and they didn't have any sprinters that could keep up with it. Our third place guy in anything. First, second, third in the hurdles.
No, first, second, we on third on walking.
Well, glad you said that because I've been telling everybody first, second, third.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Like, our senior years, we probably beat everybody by 100 points.
Beat about dang.
Yeah, even the qualifier. So,
Yeah.
but regional qualifier, and then regional,
We had a relay team that went 40.2 and was the second fastest team in the nation.
I know.
40.2 back then.
Who was on that relay team? Which one of y'all was on it? I know 10
DT
was.
was
I know 10 was on there. 10-1 probably ran all 4 legs.
No, but you know what though? You never ran the 200, did you?
I did. You know what happened, Fish? If
I know, I was a coach. I know what happened.
But I was a 200, and then we went to that Earl Campbell meet, and I was like, "Hey, coach, man, this is an extra meet, man. Let me try the hun. Let me get in the hun." And I ended up running the damn 10-6, got second, and then it was no more 200.
There wasn't no 200 because you're on the 4x1 and 4x4, 4x1, 4x4.
One or the other.
And you never thought you could run the 4x4.
Man, I ran the 4x4 because Ivan basically just would guilt me into it.
Yeah.
All y'all seniors, y'all. Who was the top hurdler?
No, it was Rashad Stafford.
Okay, now
What did he
Stafford.
run? What did he run? What did he
He
run?
ran a 40. He ran like a 46.5. Ivan Gaines ran 46 flat. He ran 48, and then he ran on it.
That was I didn't run twice.
Right, but
Earl Campbell was
okay. Yeah, I don't mind if I hate to bust somebody out. He's not in y'all's class. He's a junior. He wouldn't come out of the dressing room, man.
Who you talking about?
Larry Jefferson.
Wow.
Look, why? Because he ran for Kimball, and he had like maybe a 3-step lead on the anchor, and he came and got him and leaned him. They ran 40.26. We ran 40.27. But the guy that beat him
was Tyson.
He won state in the 100.
Yeah, he did.
He won state. So we're happy because we're gonna change first legs, right, DT? We're gonna change a little man and put a big man on there.
Jerry
Yeah, we're gonna put Brian Shea on. Now we got a good 200-meter man leading off. Man, we were ready for them. And guess what happened, Radar, on the anchor leg? In Waco,
y'all didn't drop the baton, did you?
We didn't drop the baton. You didn't even run.
No, he stepped on his ankle and the fourth leg fell down and dropped the baton.
Oh man!
And he picked up the baton and ran in. We still ran 41 flat.
With somebody,
third leg ran third and fourth leg, and we were the 9th qualifying time.
Oh man! God.
Not even sprint.
And he just picked it up just to finish.
Woo! Okay.
Man, we was out there, man. We was going 39. That thing was out there.
It was magic.
And everybody was
I
just
get to check out some of that back in the day. I used to live in DeSoto.
Yeah.
I used to live like within walking distance of the high school.
But y'all never talked about the hurdles. You and
Who?
Zach, you ran hurdles, right?
Yeah, I did. Zach,
14-1.
I missed going to state by a 10th of a second. You know who beat me in the hurdles? Fisher. You know who beat me?
No, I don't.
You ain't gonna believe this. Raymond Cochran.
Oh, from Killeen, Texas.
Cochran beat me. I used to look at Cochran all 4 years.
The white guy. But
big tight end.
Oh! He got bigger when he got to Baylor.
Hey, but Cochran ran like in the middle 13s though. I mean, he could run. He ran like a 13.5 and Cochran could go. But I tell you, I had to listen to his mouth for 4 years at Baylor. Every time I run my mouth, say something. He said, yeah, but you remember that time I ran off and left your ass? And I said, all right, Cockrell, all right. That boy, he could run them. He could go. But I missed going
Did
to
you?
state by a tenth of a second. They take the top 10 regionals, and me and this dude out of Fort Worth, Kevin Woods, we lean at the tape. He beat me by like that Noah Lyles 100 the other day. He beat me by that much. And he got to go and I didn't. I was like, oh man, I was so mad, but I should have went back to coach fishing.
I got third regional too.
So
You what?
y'all both got
I
third.
got third regional too in Waco. My senior year.
No, I wasn't in Wake. Well, y'all.
No,
Yeah.
He got third.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. What you run, Zach?
Man.
You don't remember? You don't want to talk about it. Which one is it?
No,
I don't remember. I know it was 13 because
that's
what
why
I wanted to do. As long as I did 14, I was good.
As long as that's what I'm gonna say. As long as you got them
But
13,
you triple jump.
as long as you got them 13,
Did you go to state and triple jump?
I
set the record as a reach qualifier. Hold my ankle.
That's way good. I know you should have went.
Our region was fire.
Smoke.
Yeah, our region was fire, man.
Probably
It didn't happen.
Came out of y'all regions probably were the people that won the state championship, right?
Yeah. Kimball
Yeah.
Kimball took that 4x1, 4x4, and 100-meter dash, and they won that.
But
yep.
Kimball didn't win state in the 4x4 though. They won the 4x1, but not the 4x4 because the coach changed legs and tried to put a guy on there. He went out so fast, and then he died at the end. They got 4, I think, at state with the 4x4. But we ran that like you ran 48 and had a 46.5 and a 46. And all Larry Jefferson had to do is come out and run on it. He'd have ran a 48. You know what our time would have been? 3:07.
Yeah, that's down there.
That was moving.
He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't come out of the dressing room. I had too much pride to go in there and drag him out. And so Mr. Woods over here helped him out. He said, I anchor it. You remember that night?
Look here, Ray. I had set school record in Triple Jump 49.8. I PR'd in the 110. I'm chilling. I ain't going nothing. Drinking soda. Eating nachos. Running my relay.
Oh man, that's a lot of running, boy.
Hey, but the ankle ain't.
But what?
Of course. Anchor.
So I'm running the ankle leg.
Kimball.
Shannon went to take a check transfer to Albany track. He's nice. Anybody know Clifford track no change. So Kimball gets the baton before I do. Boom, boom. He gets it. He dropped the damn baton. So I'm like, I got to win.
So that put him a 30-yard lead.
So
20 yards.
I'm not remembering like I just got to win. I'm going all out. Hey, pacing, nothing. I get to that 300, everybody running the track. No. He came on my heel. I beat him all across the line for the school record.
That was a school record. He ran like, I'm not going to say what you ran. Not on live. But
you know what's good, man? You know what's good? Small world. The two of y'all reconnecting. I did not know that. I didn't know Fisher was your high school coach. You know?
Only 1 year I was at the solo.
Small world.
Yeah, I wish I'd have got there when y'all were freshmen. Man.
That Baylor connection.
Man, we could have shown enough and used it because we had a hostile.
Let me give you an example.
I don't know if we worked out before Coach Fisher got there. I don't think we ever worked out. Like,
not like
showed up to practice and did handoffs and did
I'm gonna give somebody else. Who was the guy who went to Navy? That was a fullback. What was his name?
That was
He ran track. What's his name?
PT went to Navy?
No, he went to Navy.
He went to the Navy.
Oh, okay.
Right. But, he came up to me. He said, I'm going to run track. I said, "You're a fullback." He said, Coach, get me ready. And this is December. So we go out there, we run 150s, 150s, walk bleachers, leg curls, everything. And then his first time he ran like 52. Then he ran like a 51, then a 50. That night, the qualifying meet, you know what he ran? 49.5. 49.5. I should have let him go. He went to some banquet with some girl. And so, because I wanted Larry Jefferson to run on it. I should have just been satisfied because that 49 would have got us some state. A 49, a 48, a 46, 46, that would have got us some state.
But that was I don't remember what I didn't run it in my relay. I don't remember.
Yeah, he ran.
Yeah,
It didn't matter who ran. Y'all showed out. Showtime was showing out, you know.
Yeah, we got I think he's back in Texas. What I heard. Is he back in Texas?
He's in Texas. He lives in Grand Prairie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, in my neighborhood.
Yeah. Game. Yep. He was getting ready to drive a diesel when I was talking.
I'm gonna tell you this. If we would have had our quarterback, our football team.
What position did you play?
I played running back.
We lost our quarterback.
I know y'all didn't need me very much. I was a wide receiver coach. We didn't pass very much. We had all that speed, couldn't pass. I didn't know. Yeah, Ivan Gaines playing.
Hey, Fish.
Woodson played cornerback.
You should have been good at that then. You said y'all didn't pass very much. You had a lot of experience. You had a lot of experience. Cause we didn't pass a lot when we was in Waco.
We're being practiced. DT Woodson's the intercept and everything over there. Just you had to run some kind of stop or short out as far as with the throw. That's okay.
I tried to.
DeSoto's, guess who's on the map? You got DeSoto in the district with Cedar Hill, Duncanville, and this year Lancaster.
And Lancaster.
Golly.
Wick Waxahachie and Skyline.
They still got that big QB.
Who?
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you two way up here in El Paso, and the quarterback they have for DeSoto, some big old boy, but he's nice though.
You remember him? Last year.
He's not there anymore. Is he gone? Is he gone?
I think he left.
Yeah, he left.
He went to Sam.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Sam Houston? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. He wants to play.
He can go. Yeah, they were hating on him because he kind of short. He probably 5'10" with his cleats on, so they hating on him.
He can pass that thing. He can crack that thing.
That don't mean nothing, Doug. Flutie, I can name off a whole bunch of them little bit of quarterbacks.
You're right.
It's what you got beating in that chest. That's what matters. Ain't got nothing to do with all that other stuff. What you got beating in that chest, you know. So that's what it's all about.
Training camp. Oh man, I'll put it this way. Radar, you and me never talked about this. I had a chance when I was at Baylor. I had Gerald McNeil and Bruce Davis. They played behind me. So as I'm running my route, they could see what was going on. When I got there, I had Coach Davidson's son, Tommy Davidson. He ran like a 4.9 40. So he wasn't a lot of speed. I couldn't really learn anything. And you were on the other side. I don't even know who you had over there with you. Your freshman year.
I'm trying to remember who. But wasn't it Bo Taylor? Wasn't it? Yeah, me and Bo.
Bo, you and Bo. Bo was fast, but yeah. Oh, he's from Dallas Carter.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, he was in San Antonio. He moved to Orlando, Florida. Him and his wife.
Oh, I didn't know that. The last Baylor Zoom we had, Bo was on there. Bo got on there.
Yeah, he was a coach and everything in San Antonio, but he retired and moved to Orlando last I heard. But back where we're talking,
Bo could run too.
Bo could run.
Oh my God!
But Bo ran on the relay team for Carter and stuff.
Yep.
But
He ran down at Baylor too, didn't he? He ran with y'all on y'all's relay
yeah,
team.
he ran on a relay team with Scooter Reed and me and him
Yeah,
and David Duncan, believe it or not.
that's a relay
Um,
team right there.
I tell you, a relay team, you, me, Gerald McNeil, and Bruce Davis. Oh man, that's a relay team.
So
Y'all would
y'all
have
had
ran.
Rosen,
Y'all would have ran off. Y'all would
Carter.
have left me.
Who else we got there?
Y'all would have left me.
Gunner, Clean,
Shoot.
Fort Hood, Gatesville.
Gatesville,
Small
okay.
town.
So Roosevelt, South Carolina, down in Baylor, really, because if you don't know, me and Bruce Davis used to work together. NDISD for about 3-4 years.
Yeah, he's still over here at this bus thing.
Yeah,
it's bus bar.
Oh, I didn't know
So,
that.
yeah,
Me and Bruce
Davis,
Davis,
he was my TA.
Bruce is a minister now.
Yeah, I've been
on
there.
that.
Yeah, he's a minister.
Yeah.
Zach,
So,
you get a lot of
man,
feedback.
his son commented on Facebook post that, you know his dad. I'm like, man, everybody knows his dad. In this post right here. But we're gonna transition from the interviews to see y'all childhood music. We're gonna have DT questions for you.
Zach, do y'all have one of those mics muted? Because you kind of echo. It's kind of an echo when you
get a
talk.
lot of feedback.
Let me mute mine.
I'll mute mine.
I
don't know.
I muted his mic here.
There you go. There you go. Much better.
Yes. So they're gonna ask you, Radar, they're gonna ask you 70s and 80s basketball, who you like more, and Fish, they're gonna ask you, Mo, you gonna do Coach Fisher for football, 70s and 80s footballs, receivers, quarterbacks, and running backs. And just, it's just what you like, because that's what y'all watched growing up, 70s and 80s, right?
Yeah. You talking about collegiate or professional?
Oh, you rather do basketball? Fish say he'd rather do basketball. So
he want to talk about Benny Johnson. I know why.
No. I want you to tell that Benny Johnson story when you thought you could whoop up on him. Yeah. So go on, tell it. I put it out there.
Hey, I couldn't shoot, but I could play defense. And they put me on Benny. We was over there at Mars McLean gym. I went over there, I was all cocky, thinking I could. That Negro had me tied up. I looked like a pretzel by the time he got through with me. I was in all kind of knots. And that was a bad boy right there. Do you know what he's doing now? You know what he's doing now?
No, we don't.
Vinny is the CEO of General Motor Auto Parts. He has an automobile. Vinny is worth $500 million. I'm gonna show y'all something. I got a magazine that I got. I got this magazine, shoot, man, must have been 40, 50 years ago.
That's how y'all do back then.
Oh yeah, I got it right here. I'm gonna show y'all this magazine of Vinny. Vinny's worth over $500 million. That's how much. Yeah, that boy invested in him and Bill Lambier. Can you see this magazine?
Yeah, we see Vinny. We see the
That's
microwave heating up.
Front cover right there. This magazine is back in the 80s, I believe. I was at a doctor's office and they had it out. And I asked the doctor, this was like 30, 40 years ago, and the doctor asked me, I asked the doctor if I could have that magazine. I said, I know that dude, can I have it? He gave it to me, so I kept it ever since then. But back then he was worth $500 million. Ain't no telling how much money he's worth now. Him and Bill Lambier went into business together, and Vinny ended up buying out Lambier. And man, it's just that sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time. It took off. I remember taking class with Vinny, and Negro used to be trying to cheat off me. I'm like, shoot, and now I look up and do what now?
He went to class with you.
Fish said he didn't never go to class.
I never
No, we had. Well, me, didn't either one of us go. I think it might have been a 1 or 2 time both of us when we just ended up in that.
1 or 2, huh?
I used to tell people, Fish, I said our first 3 years we had to stay in that dormitory. And then our senior year, they let us move off campus. I said, she didn't even see me on campus. I tell people, I used to tell my high school football players when I was assistant principal, about, having something else to fall back on, how important your grades were and all that kind of stuff. Because my last year I was at Baylor, Zach, I had all F's and 1 D, right? And I tell people, I say, to this day, I'm still trying to figure out how I got that D. Because I never, they didn't even see me on campus. They didn't even see me. But
Mine was opposite than that. So,
Huh?
So he went to class. Fish say he went to class.
I went to class.
You know what woke me up, Fish? This what woke me up. I went down to Prairie View, and they had a track coach down there. Her name was Barbara Jacket. Y'all should know Barbara Jacket.
All right, yeah.
Her girls won the conference championship every year, and she was such a good coach. One year she coached the girls Olympic track team, and her girls always won the conference championship. And they always graduate on time. And we was down there in class one time taking Adam and Sunday, and still playing around, wasn't taking class seriously. And we had taken a test. Everybody failed the test, and that lady came in and slammed that door so hard it sounded like a gun went off. Right? She went off on us. She called us everything but the Son of God. I ain't never had no professor talk to me like that when I was at Baylor. She had my undivided attention. She called the N word and everything. I was like, oh my God. I wasn't used to that, right? I was so embarrassed. Here I'm thinking I was a big time football player, Baylor football. If I'm down at PV, ain't no big deal. I got this, right? I waited till everybody left out of that class. I was the last one. I went to that lady and I told her, I said, Miss Jacket, I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm telling you for myself. I said, you ain't got to worry about me from now on. I'm making nothing but, straight A's, $. And that was it. That's what turned me around. It took somebody to just go off on me to get me to, realize I was just fooling around and wasn't taking, class seriously and all that kind of stuff. But that's another good one right there. I'm surprised you hadn't heard of her, Barbara Jacket. She coached the Olympic girls track team one year. I don't know what year it was, but she was that good of a track coach, So,
Well,
but anyway, man.
Y'all transition. Fish didn't tell the stories we wanted. So DT, go on do basketball.
Okay.
Go on do football with Radar, and I'll do basketball with Fish since he want to do basketball.
Okay.
So Radar, he gonna give you two players. He's gonna give you one player from the 70s, one player from the 80s, and all you're gonna do is which player you prefer.
Okay.
I'm doing football, right?
Oh, you doing football? Okay. Well,
yeah, I have football.
You doing football and I'll do basketball. You good?
Okay. We ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. Here we go. We got 70s receivers versus an 80s receiver. We got Harold Jackson, Jerry Rice.
Harold Jackson. Oh, wait, Jerry Rice. I was trying to remember who Harold Jackson. He played for the Rams, didn't he? Jackson? Harold Jackson? For who?
The Eagles. He was
we
with
looking them up. We
Harold Jackson.
In y'all history,
that's
not
Harold
ours.
Carmichael. Harold Carmichael.
That's Harold Carmichael was with the Eagles.
Jackson was with the Rams, wasn't
he? All right, here we go.
But it don't matter. Either one, I'm going with Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. All right, here we go. I'm going to go with number two. Number two from the 70s, we have Fred Biletnikoff. In the 80s, Steve Largent.
I got to go. They named the receiver award after Biletnikoff. For the best wide receiver coming out of college football. So I got to go with Biletnikoff. With all that stick on him and Lester Hayes.
Yes, it was.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. So we got one for the 70s, one for the 80s. Here we go again. Drew Pearson.
Oh, that's my man. No, you ain't got to say nobody else. You ain't got to say the other one. You ain't got to say
you ain't heard the 80s though.
Oh.
It don't matter because every time we went to the park and played football, I was Drew Pearson. You ain't got to say nobody else. I was Drew.
Mark Clayton was the other person.
No, I got to go with Drew. Mr. Clutch. I got to go with Drew. That was my man.
The Dolphins.
Okay. All right, here we go. So now this should be a toughie. We have Harold Carmichael versus Art Monk.
Ooh.
NFC East.
I have to go with Art Monk. Carmichael was a bad boy too.
Yeah.
Was Carmichael about 7 foot something?
Yeah, he was long, wasn't he? He was the pre-Plaxico.
What's the name? Monk was the part of the fun
Art
bunch.
Monk.
The fun bunch. Monk. Yeah, Art Monk. The fun bunch. They call them the fun bunch. All them receivers at the Redskins. Charlie Taylor was their coach. Now he's from Grand Prairie. He grew up one street over from me. 15th Street, I grew up on 16th Street. All-time lead receiver in the NFL when he retired from the NFL, Charlie Taylor.
Oh. Okay.
That was their coach.
That's news you can use. Okay, here we go. Lynn Swann versus James Lofton.
You know what? I Lofton has the better career, but I used to love the way Swann was just like a swan, would elevate and come down and, just make them catches up in the air and knew how to let. A lot of people didn't know how to do that. They go with both feet together and get flipped. But the good receiver knew that you kept your legs spread apart So that way, if they hit one, they're more likely to hit one leg and they spin you around rather than flipping you over. And Swan was like, oh man, he was a master at all that stuff. He was like poetry in motion. But Lawson had the better career.
Yeah, he was part of that system, you know.
Which one?
That run and shoot.
Lofton.
Yeah.
James Lofton came to our track practice one day. You remember that, DT?
He used to practice with us quite a bit.
That boy ran. He played in Buffalo. He played in Buffalo.
Hey, Fish say, where was he? I guess that must have been our junior year. He used to come up there.
I think so. I think it was.
He lived in DeSoto. He lived in DeSoto. He lived in DeSoto.
Come up to our track practice.
He lived in DeSoto. He lived in DeSoto. I used to see him I used to see him at restaurants and stuff. He lived in DeSoto.
Okay. Here we go. We have Ahmad Rashad versus
Bobby Moore.
Mike Quick.
Do y'all know who Bobby Moore is?
No, we do not.
That's Ahmad Rashad. That's his real name.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. Yeah. I know my.
Well, yeah, we know him.
Huh? Okay, Ahmad Rashad, and who's the other one?
Mike Quick.
I got to go with Ahmad Rashad.
Okay.
He was the best man in O.J. Simpson. He was the best man in O.J. Simpson's wedding.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
I'm coming up with all kind of stuff, but anyway.
I thought that was Marcus Allen.
No. Ahmad Rashad was the best man in O.J.'s wedding. They were real tight with each other.
And O.J.'s the original wedding, that very first one.
Yeah, Marguerite.
Okay, yeah, I feel like Marcus Allen was the best man in the, in the Take Two, in the Nicole Simpson era.
That's not good.
Well,
because he had to go to court and testify that it's kind of messing around a little bit. That's not good. How you gonna be the best man and then you mess with the man in white? But anyway, let's talk about it. Keep going.
That part. All right, here we go. I'm gonna turn the page. We got running backs. Now we have 4 different eras right here, Radar. We got 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. First, we got Sweetness. Hold up. We got Walter Payton. We got, I can't read the second one, Z.
Yeah, that's Sweetness too. He top running back in the 70s and the 80s.
Well, do we need to go on any further?
That's it.
All right.
Hey, Fitz,
versus Barry and LaDainian Tomlinson.
Who's the LaDainian and who else?
And Barry.
Barry. Ooh, man, you got Peyton and Barry in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna go with LaDainian Tomlinson. You know why? Because he's from Waco. He's from Waco. He's from Waco. He went to the same high school that Walt Abercrombie went to. So I got to go with LaDainian.
That's
a sentimental pick. That's a sentimental pick.
I understand. Hey, that dude was supposed to go to North Texas, man. He came on a recruiting trip. We turned up for him. He committed. And then TCU came in there, and because nobody wanted him as a running back. He was a fullback at Waco.
I did not know that.
Yeah. And our coach Napoleon Kaufman at Washington. So he was like, no, this dude's a running back.
I remember him.
He decommitted, and obviously he made the right choice, didn't he?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. We got Juice, Eric Dickerson, Emmett, and Edgerrin James.
Ain't nobody like the Juice.
I love the Juice.
I still look at that man's highlights at least once a week.
You say once a week.
Man, Juice is nasty, man.
I show him to my son, the footwork and all that kind of stuff. First man to gain over 2,000 yards in a 14 season. Ain't nobody gonna ever break that record. Needed 200 yards the last game up there with the Jets. Went out there and got it, and just, oh my God. You can go on and on about OJ. That dude, the talent he had was just unbelievable.
That's my dad. That's my dad's favorite running back, man. He loves Juice, man.
Fish saying something.
Yeah, Eric Dixon, he ran over the whole team.
Yeah, that too.
Including Mike Singletary.
That too. He ran over some of us, and we were standing on the side.
Oh, y'all talking about SMU?
Yeah, SMU.
Yeah.
It's on that video you're gonna see.
Okay.
Zach, he said, "Hey Zach, he ran over some of us. We were standing on the sideline, just slapping people, going down the sideline, just slapping folks."
They had us by 3 touchdowns. We came back and won that game.
Yep, sure did.
Yep.
They must start giving it to Craig James.
Y'all know who Wagner is? Wagner, you know who he is? I'm trying to think his first name. Wagner. He was a running back. The Pony Express. He got hurt, but Charles Wagner, that's his name. Eric Dickerson and Craig James will tell you that he was better than both of them. Google him, Charles Wagner.
Okay.
Charles Wagner. Google him. And both of them admitted that he was a better running back than both of them. But I think he got injured. And he's from, I think, Carter High School, one of them high schools in Dallas.
It says Dallas.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
I
boy
can
was,
Google him.
oh my
Hey,
God.
luck counts.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that has a lot to do with it. So.
He was so good, we knew about him, and he didn't even play against us.
Yep, Charles Wagner.
Yeah, we knew about him. We're glad.
I'm giving y'all a history lesson.
I'm gonna do a couple more, and we're gonna let Fish get in on the NBA. We got Larry Zonka, Tony Dorsett, Marshall Faulk, and Sean Alexander.
I got to go with Dorsett. That's another one of my idols. I just love to watch the way he ran. Just smooth.
I feel a strong cowboy bias going on right here.
Hey, I'm 15 minutes from Dallas. I grew up a Cowboy fan, so yeah.
All right, we got Earl Thomas, Thurman Thomas, Jamal Lewis.
I gotta go with Thurman Thomas. You know why?
You got some Dallas ties.
That Buffalo Bills connection.
Yeah, that's
he got drafted by Buffalo.
Yeah, Thurman. He played in Buffalo.
KD, that other running back, KD, he used to be hanging out in Oak Cliff.
Who is that? Kenneth Davis.
Yeah, Kenneth Davis.
Kenneth Davis used to be the football coach over there at one of the church. What's that church school over? I can't think. Off Hampton.
Like Trinity.
Yeah, off Hampton. Somewhere off Hampton. He was over there. I had my stepson at the time was over there with him. Kenneth Davis. Yep.
Okay.
Another TCU boy.
Yeah, he used to hang out in the cliff for quite a bit. All right, we're gonna turn it over to Fish, man. Let's
go for it, Fish.
Let's see what his basketball
stuff together.
Yeah, I played a little basketball in high school.
We're gonna start with the big man in the 70s because they was the thing back then. So I got the 70s and the 80s. So we're gonna go Kareem versus Moses Malone.
Chocolate Thunder.
I gotta go with Kareem.
He went with the sky. Okay, he went with the captain. So now we're gonna go with Willis Reed versus Hakeem. Hakeem wins that one. We got one for the 70s, one for the 80s. All right, how about Bob McAdoo versus Patrick Ewing? Patrick Ewing. I heard a lot about Bob McAdoo. All right, we have Willis Reed, Robert Parrish. He's over here mimicking the moves back in the day. He's 13 again. Willis Reed. He's a Knicks. He was a Knicks fan that day. All right, we got Artis Gilmore, Wes Unseld. Gilmore. And then let's end with Bill Walton versus Bill Laimbeer.
He's tough here.
I like Bill Laimbeer. All right.
Knock you around.
We're gonna go 70s, 80s shooting guards. And we're gonna go Jerry West Logo versus MJ. Okay, man. I mean, you might like Jerry West, man. You know, he wasn't no slouch.
He sure wasn't.
They got Pete Maravich for the number 2, and they got Clyde. So who you take, Pete Maravich or Clyde the Glide? Yeah, I like Pete too. He did so much.
Innovator.
All right. We have George the Iceman Gervin versus Sidney Moncrief. Iceman. The 70s been getting a lot of love, though. The 70s got a lot of love in football from you, Radar.
Oh, yeah. That's my era.
We got Charlie Scott versus Joe Dumars. I don't know who Charlie Scott is.
I know who Joe Dumars is.
Charlie Scott.
Yeah, I think that's the right name. All right, so we got 70s. Randy Smith. You remember Randy Smith?
Yeah.
Randy Smith or Reggie Miller?
Miller was not hero in that, but
I don't remember Randy Smith.
Reggie Miller.
Reggie Miller. Yeah, I looked these up on the internet.
Who is Randy Smith? I don't remember him.
I have to go back and get my sources. I didn't put them down because I wasn't turning it in radar.
Oh, okay. I don't remember Randy Smith. I don't remember that name.
All right. So Randy Smith above David Thompson. I definitely remember David Thompson. That was MJ favorite. So we got David Thompson over Mitch Richmond.
Right now?
Yeah, that was the 7th ranked guard in the 70s and the 7th ranked guard in the 80s. So David Thompson or Mitch Richmond. David Thompson. Then 8, we have Paul Westphal versus Rolando Blackman. Westphal. And I don't know. I thought they was gonna show some more Dallas love, but they wasn't too big a Mavericks fan.
Well, it's only for the Cowboys.
All right, let's go point guards. What more point guards that? Point guards right here. All right, this is a good one. We're gonna go Oscar Robertson or Magic Johnson.
Sorry, Magic.
He said sorry, Magic. You going with the big O.
Big O, man.
The big O.
I lived off the big O.
Okay, that's what we doing.
All
right. So
who's the scorer?
Man, I think I like the 70s too. They got Pete Maravich. They got Isaiah Thomas. He going with Pete over Zeke? Man. Hey, these kids, they back in their teenage days right now.
Hey man, that's when the heart was acceptable.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go. Let's go. What's that? 7. Let's go. JoJo White. No. Let's go 6. Earl Monroe versus Maurice Cheeks. Earl the Pearl. 70s wins again. So we're gonna go 7. JoJo White, Nate Archibald.
I like little Nate. I'm taller than he was.
He said he taller than he was. So you like Nate. So DT.
Yo.
Radar, you ever heard of the Sham God? You know who that is?
No, who is that?
He's like
Sham God.
He played college ball, but he basically known for his handles. It's like a move named after him, Sham God. Nate Archibald was his coach in junior high.
No,
you know that?
Is he on like doing them and one tapes and all that stuff? Is he one of them?
No. Sham God was a real live dude. He played at Providence. He was coach. He was nice with it. He was in the league for some years too. He coached for the Mavericks now.
Yeah, he's a development coach for the Mavericks. Luke and all of them. But, they named the move after him because his handles were so nice. But that was Sham God's coach in junior high, and he didn't know who he was. And so he always, man, if you focus, you do this. And he was getting on. And he's like, man, who this dude always telling me? And then one day he seen him on a highlight film. He's like, man, why you never told me this? So he was just trying to get at him just off the rip, like, man, this is what you need to be. And that's what really made him hone his skills because of, Nate Archibald.
Okay.
Nice. All right. We got
Nate Archibald.
Calvin Murphy, Muggsy Bogues.
I'm gonna go with the guy that can throw those. That's Calvin Murphy.
Yeah, Calvin Murphy was nice. And then one last one. Let's go with Maurice Cheeks or Spud Webb.
What? Come on, stop it. Come on, Fish.
He said Maurice Cheeks.
Wait,
I love Fish.
I'm trying. I don't see him for some reason. Maurice.
He's number 10. Played for the Sixers.
Yeah,
that's all I can see.
With the wavy, he got the wavy. My mama then went to school with
Walt Frazier.
She graduated.
Mark Price. You're not gonna pick no Mark Price. You're gonna go Walt Frazier.
Yeah.
Holland Hills, Wilma Hutchins, graduates.
They childhood memories ring. We got more 70s love in basketball and football than 80s. And 80s were more around y'all age when y'all were, in the league playing.
We were busy.
But
yeah,
right.
But that's what that's more y'all age group versus y'all childhood memories.
But those were the ones we idolized growing up.
I understand. That's why I did 70s and 80s because now that I'm a little older, I definitely remember the Warwick Duns and all of them, and then playing in the eras of Peter Ward. So it's like you remember them more, but the older you get, it's like you don't relate to them as much as you did
Right.
as your childhood days.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you out there in that playground emulating them, you know.
Man, that's what you said, Drew Pearson. You ain't care who else we say.
I sure didn't. I had my wristbands on. I had one around my neck. I had a sweatband around my neck. Shoot, you can't tell me I wasn't Drew. You can't tell me I wasn't. Shoot.
Man, these kids do not do that anymore. Like, still coaching. I'm still trying to get them to get an alter ego. Like, y'all still y'all's regular self when y'all get on the field makes zero sense to me.
Yep.
They play PlayStation all day long. PlayStation all day long.
I was Bob Hayes, Bullet.
You know what I'm saying? Bullet.
That was another one. Yep.
That was my number too, 22.
Man, I was Mel Blunt personally. I I was Mel Blunt. That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, I was anybody, whatever number I wore, that's
my favorite
was.
corner, man. That's my favorite corner, dog. Mel Blunt, Eric Allen.
You was 23, Zach.
No. Well,
you your daddy.
23 was gone. 23 wasn't no good running back number. I was 27, 28.
27.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But that's the end of our show before we start talking gambling. And I know you guys, y'all got y'all pockets heavy, but I know y'all ain't trying to talk about no parlays or anything like that.
Fish pocket might be heavy. That's why I'm still working. I'm trying to get my pocket. That's why I'm still working at 64 years old. Huh?
He say he's saving his money. He going to Oklahoma on Friday. He finna go across the river.
I hear you. That's all right. I just bought me 2 scratch-off tickets today. Shoot, I'm trying to get mine. I'm trying to get mine up there too, boy.
Good luck. Good luck, bud.
Hey man.
Hell yeah.
Good seeing you guys.
Yeah, I enjoy
man. Golly, Fish. Great seeing you, brother. Great seeing you, brother.
I will. Yeah, I will.
Great conversation.
All right.
I enjoy it. Good.
We finna talk these upcoming games in a couple of weeks. Me and DT got some games that we want to look at, and we're gonna let y'all leave the studio because
all right, man.
Yeah.
Hey, DT.
Yes, sir.
Nice meeting you, young man.
Yeah, likewise, man.
10-1.
I heard a lot about you, man. Pleasure.
I ain't gonna never forget that 10-1.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I don't know many people ran a 10-1 back in the day. I'm telling you, Yeah,
but it's real data. That's what I tell the kids.
Yes, sir. And me and Zach and Phil, we go way back like 4 flats on the Cadillacs. I already got we good.
But when you come back to Dallas,
man, I appreciate it. If you need anybody else, any more Baylor alums,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Coach. I'm gonna have to get Bruce Davis on because he went to Cleveland. He did his little thing. He was a return man, and he has some good memories and stories he could tell too. And then we work together, so we can have some stories right there. But
and get Ice Cube on there with him.
Yeah, Gerald went to Cleveland too. Gerald was in Cleveland. Gerald McNeil.
Okay. Well, there we go. We can try
if you need help getting them, me and Fish, we'll help you get them on the show.
Baylor, they caught a lot of touchdowns at Baylor, didn't they?
Oh man, don't even get me going. Don't even get me going.
We're hitting that soft spot, man.
Hey. One last question, Fish. How many passes you catch your junior year?
1.
For real? For real?
He said 1.
Hey, God's truth. 1.
I caught 8. I still remember I caught 8.
And they both got drafted, DT.
Wow. Hey,
that's my junior year.
I know. 9 passes y'all junior year. They got drafted off their senior year. Both of them.
Wow.
That's a testament to Baylor.
You know what? I'll tell you this. They selected us preseason, going into our senior preseason Texas all-college football team. They selected me as a wide receiver on that team after catching only
8 passes.
And I tell people, I said, I ain't even catching
blocking your ass off.
I ain't even catching 8 balls my junior year.
Wow.
But anyway.
He was blocking.
Huh? Yeah. That's because I used to be mad, Fish. I had to take it on somebody.
That's what.
But when I seen the little highlights you posted, man, you had some crazy legs. You scat back like you never knew where you was going, man. You was real funky with them legs.
I just hate that I didn't get a chance to do all that stuff when I was in Waco, but it's all good. It all worked out. It all worked. I can't complain. I got to pass the torch on to my son, see what he gonna do. So
yeah. So when you come back to Dallas, man, I gotta meet Kyle.
Yeah. He's your daddy's name, so I named my son after your daddy. So I would definitely have to do that. Yep, sure will.
Oh man, I see all that stuff on Facebook, man. Okay,
Hey, he can
how old is he? How old is he, Radar?
11.
10 years, 10.
10 years old, and already doing the Steph Curry
Oh
night
my God.
after making baskets in his little
Hey,
league.
did you see Zach? You see the one where they was rushing him his quarterback, they was rushing him in the pocket, and right before he threw the ball downfield for a touchdown, he waved bye-bye at the boy that was rushing, then fired all the way across the other side. I got mad at him at first, but then I had to catch myself. I said, I don't even think he knew what he just did. I
Yeah, he
really don't.
did.
Huh?
Hey, make sure you hit me up when you come back, man.
I'll most definitely do that. I'm trying to catch up with
I'm
you too,
gonna walk
Fish.
Coach out, DT. I'll be right back.
That's
Okay.
what's up. That's
All right,
what's
man.
up.
Y'all take it easy. I'm out. DT, you take it easy, man.
All right, our pleasure.
All right.
Be good out there, man.
All right, then. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
All right, Taylor mate.
Yes, sir.
So those games I had sent you, we can talk about those, man. So we got time for a good week before those happen. But yeah, that was good stuff right there, man.
Yeah,
That was genuine.
that was real. That was real.
Appreciate
solid.
y'all checking us out, man. We appreciate the love.
We still got some folks off in there.
Yeah, we had 2, 3, 4, 5. It was fluctuating.
Oh, okay. I don't even know how to tell if somebody jumped in or not.
Oh, it's on. Can you see the eyes up there on the screen next to live? You got eyes. You got check mark. I don't know what's on your screen.
Oh no, I just see live and then the counter.
Oh, okay.
I can't see it. Everyone can see and hear me though. That's what they say.
Let me.
But yeah, man, that was that was real fun, man. I'm still tripping on what the hell did me and Ivan do in this van. I'm still tripping on this.
Yes. I think you might have. I don't know where y'all went, but y'all went out that night, and y'all wasn't yourselves, the next day. But either way, life's full of lessons.
Well, there you have it, man. Like I said, man, I must have been really mad because I really do not.
Yeah, man. After y'all dropped that, what was that before or after y'all dropped the baton?
It had to be after.
Okay,
but
either way, that's ancient history, man. That was in '96, man. That's almost. That's too long ago to remember the exact, but I do recall y'all leaving the hotel. But first game I want to talk about is Florida State, Georgia Tech. Man, they're going to Dublin. They're going overseas to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
And how much better do we think DJ make them boys? Florida State, since the little quarterback not coming back.
I mean,
because I roll with Florida State to cover
they got that 10.5.
I bought them points.
I can understand that. I really can. I think right there, I think the play for me would probably be over that total, because Georgia is not the ball possessive team like they used to be. Or Georgia State,
Tech.
Georgia. I'm just not gonna say it right, Emma. Georgia Tech, the Rambling Wreck. They're not, since they got Coach, I That was his name. Goodness, my brain is not even right. But 2 years ago, they hired a real coach, and now they have a little bit more open type of offense. They still don't have the talent necessarily because they maintain high academic standards at Georgia Tech, and so it's tough to find that combination. So I like the over. The 10.5 is a little much for me. Like if you're buying points down, maybe even a point, maybe 9.5. Maybe I'll feel
the over is 56.
Yeah, I like the over though because I feel like Florida State is going to be able to move the ball. Their offense is still pretty prolific, and I think that Georgia Tech can. If Georgia Tech can put up 10, I just need them to. I need them to go ahead and put that other 40 up. They can do it.
That's it, just 10. Damn, I'm trying to, man, I had so much stuff saved. I'm trying to see. Because I feel like Georgia Tech retained, they're one of the schools that didn't lose a bunch of players when they in the portal. They kept a bunch of players, but I can't find my notes, man. I have to look that up. But yeah, I went with Florida State, but I'm looking at a new ticket. Let's look at the Missouri plays
playing
Murray State. Then that spread ain't out. But Missouri, man, they already know they can't come out slipping because they trying to their wins against non-conference teams gotta look good because they're gonna be playing against the elite teams too in that SEC. I feel like they finna knock the block off of Murray State, man. I'm taking whatever that cover is, I'm picking them to cover.
I can't really get in the way of that. They're really good. A lot of their players are coming back, especially now. A lot of people have a chance to get to the tournament. So, yeah, you got to go out there and handle business. Let's get a statement win, week 0 at the house.
They salivating at the mouth.
Let's do it.
I picked them, and I picked Kansas to cover. They playing Linwood. Like
they might not even have a line on that game, Z.
Hey, right now, they in the mix. All right. So then another one, I didn't put this down, but I'm kind of leaning toward Minnesota. Minnesota plays North Carolina. Now, I like Minnesota's coach. I can't tell you his name, but they wrote an oar. They got some they got some legacy going on there. Like this is not something new. Now for North Carolina losing Drake May, when teams lose NFL caliber talent, to me that's a drop off. Like that's hard to replace. And Minnesota have to cover 2.5. Now Minnesota might not be the best team, but they are always going to be consistent. They just not no pushover. North Carolina, they got an All-American running back. I don't care what their running back is without a decent caliber quarterback.
I totally agree because and where's that game at?
Minnesota.
So there we go, right there. I mean, coming out the shoot, North Carolina losing, like you just said, Drake May. That's huge. Minnesota, we gotta assume a lot of that team is coming back now. They ended the season last year on the skids.
Yeah, I see. Both of them.
On the skids.
Both of them did.
But I think in this case, because we're looking at 2.5 at the house, that's a field goal. So I mean, they're almost calling that a push. But I can see Minnesota needing a last-second field goal to win that bad boy and cover.
Yeah, and I want to look a little deeper into Minnesota. I've been looking at these NCAA college football to kind of see, who they like. They've been talking about Navy a lot, so I done recorded some shows. I'm gonna go back and look and talk about, look and see who else they've been talking about, and see if they bring up Minnesota. So let's go to Colorado plays North Dakota State. North Dakota State, that's where Wentz came from, right?
Yes.
Wentz.
Yes, sir.
Like that's a nice little powerhouse. And so
yeah, that's gonna be tougher than one might think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and we know how Colorado finished the season, and it's not nothing that we want to talk about, but it wasn't up to par. But at the same time, do we feel like did they get any better for this coming season with their offensive line play and just their skills?
I do. I'll say they cover that 10.
Okay.
Because they made a concerted effort to get those their offensive line and get some beef on the defensive line. Because they really got pushed around. They weren't really hurting. I mean, they needed a running back, Colorado, who I'm speaking of. But they still got skilled players, man. Everybody's back. Shedeur is he's top 3 QB, I think, in this class, if not the best, because he plays. I think they cover that 10Z at the house.
Yeah, that
9.5. I think they cover that.
You know, they at least this first game, they're gonna be a lot more focused because there's so much hate and so much doubt going their way right now. Like Shedeur didn't make no kind of preseason All-American, and they got Warren Sapp as a D-line coach, defensive coach. Like, you know, I can't say how they're gonna finish the season. I feel like this game for sure, they got this one out the gate. So
I agree.
All right. I'm going to go all the way down to Stanford TCU. How you feeling about TCU this year?
I
think Sonny Dykes, you know what I'm saying? This year?
They're on another quarterback. Chad Morris is at North Texas now, and he started some games for them last season. I think I like. Why does it say
Stanford to cover the 9?
They're at Stanford. Stanford's been pretty tough, man, and I don't know. I don't know if they go on the road and cover that 9. I don't know if they do. That is right there in that sweet spot. If I'm being honest with you,
I could have. I see 9 now. Yeah, and I think Stanford is on that list of retaining a bunch of returning players too. And I'm big on teams returning a bunch of players because you know what you got, you know what you're dealing with. Ain't nothing new besides the game plan. You know, you ain't learning people all over again and learn what they're capable of doing, putting them in game action and saying, okay, they play like this in practice, they play like this in game. You know, there's a lot more familiarity. So, yeah, that's going to be tough because, you know, I got kinfolk there. This is sophomore year. We don't know what he's capable of. So, you know, I want them to do their best, but that don't mean they can win and you know, still not cover. But yeah, that's an interesting game. I wanted to hear what your take was on it.
That's 9 right now. I feel like Stanford can cover that. I may feel like TCU is they're going to be more talented than Stanford. I do know that. Sonny Dykes is going to have some players in there, and he's always great in the portal. That's what he did at SMU. So, but he's not going out there and trying to be the best transfer portal class. That's not what he's trying to do. What Sonny Dykes is good at is evaluating his squad versus who he's going to play against and then getting players that can play, you know what I'm saying, in his conference and compete in his system. So I don't know, man, that 9, because I'm not sure how much Stanford really cares about football, you know, just as a university.
Hey, we can go to the next game.
Yes, sir.
Go to the next game. I'm kind of feeling Oklahoma this year. The only thing that kind of scares me, because you know that's the D coordinator second year, so he, you know, he kind of knows a lot more of how he want to implement his stuff, you know. But who's their quarterback? Because the quarterback left for Oregon, you know, and I wasn't real big on their quarterback, but he killed my Red River parlay coming back that fourth quarter win. Like this last year was tough for me, but he's gone, and you know I'm big on having to replace that high caliber talent. This game is going to show, but I just don't think Temple is even that caliber of a team to cover whatever the spread is, because they losing by 20-some points to damn Memphis last year. Oklahoma, you know, despite whoever their quarterback is, should still be able to cover 40-some points against Temple. I just don't see Temple. Hell, Temple lost 55-0 to SMU last year. So
yeah,
Oklahoma could cover that. So
yeah, it's 43 is what I see. And you know what? Hey, I would lay it. I lay that 43. Why not? At the house. Again, we know Temple. I mean, it's an arms race, and we know Temple does not have the horses to keep up. So, I mean, you're talking. I know it sounds crazy. That's 7 touchdowns. I don't think that's undoable.
Yeah, and they beat up on them small schools too. So let's take that easy money.
Because Venables is going to have the defense clicking. Temple's not going to score more than 14. It ain't happening.
10. I give them 10.
I was trying to be nice. Maybe they bad snap on a punt or something.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to this Wisconsin game. This last game on Friday. And Western Michigan is coming to them. They have to win by 25. Now Wisconsin always scares me, man, because they never cover like I want them to, because they're not a bottom tier Big Ten team. They're above average Big Ten. They just kind of lose some games that you expect them to win. But this Western Michigan, like, I mean, yeah, they losing by 24 points to damn Bowling Green last year. 24 points to Northern Illinois is like,
Listen, they ain't even score versus Northern Illinois. That's that's looking real sussy. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say Wisconsin can handle that 23. They're gonna be able to run the rock
at home and play D.
And I can see them just pushing them down after a while. And that's what I see, 24.5. Yep, why not?
All right. I'm going to Saturday games, the 31st, next Saturday, and we'll be able to elaborate more on these games. It's Friday. Yeah, all of these games. We'll be elaborating on these games next week too. But I'm not sure. I'm not betting that Clemson Georgia game. Georgia got to win by 14, but I want to see what they're looking like. I mean, I definitely like Georgia. If I could. I don't know. I just want to see what Clemson play like. I don't know how you feeling.
I don't have any faith in Clemson.
So you would take Georgia. That's what that sounds like.
I mean, it's a neutral game, and 14 seems like a bunch, but I think they're pretty hungry, and
after losing out on last year too,
a big name, they got left out. So yeah, I think they about that smash life right now.
All right. We got Penn State going to West Virginia. And now this spread is going down. It started out at 9. I took Penn State at 9. But I want to look at some games, man. And this game kind of scared me because, I did a parlay already. West Virginia played good to end the season.
They did. They had a very, very strong ending last year. And I know, we don't have a lot of trust for Penn State in this bad boy. I probably would try to get on the money line Penn State here.
Yeah. Oh, and we're gonna have to start doing some money line bets because those pay off good too.
Yeah, I'll get a money line. And especially with it being 8, they're at Penn State. I know they're gonna win.
No, they're at West Virginia.
Oh, what am I looking at? Why is this telling me this? Okay, I mean, even still, come on. We're talking about going to West Virginia and just winning the ball game. That's at minus 140. Yeah, I may lay it. That's one of the ones I can lay.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, I lay 100 on that thing, and what's that? Yeah. 40. I'll take 40 on 100.
I picked them to cover the 9 when I initially picked this because, to me, Penn State, the only teams they struggle against are those top tier teams, Michigan, Ohio State, those teams that and it's teams that's underneath that, it's like they don't wink, they don't blink, with them teams right there. So, just depending on what West Virginia is really bringing back and if they can continue what they was building, last season, who knows? Because they didn't play. They played UNC, Baylor, Cincinnati. You know, I don't know how much people fear them, you know, but those were wins. So we're gonna see coming out what they talking about, because that's definitely gonna let me know how I need to bet moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Penn State is going to be a little bit much for
them. Yeah. What games you looking at that you like? Because I like Iowa to definitely kill Iowa State, whatever that is.
Let me see what that is.
I don't have it on mine.
I got it. They got Illinois State. Do they even?
So I don't have any spread up right now.
They don't have no line on that bad boy. But let me go to that first week. I mean, I think with this first week, I think a lot of the games, I just don't know how many lines are going to be out on these games, because I mean, they just be flaking around making these schedules. Nobody wants to play anybody no more.
You know, I won't bet that game until the week of, until I see what it is. But one thing I do know, Iowa gonna play good defense. They might not have the best offense. They're gonna play good defense.
Agree.
And they're gonna be relevant just off that. And I took some notes, man. I heard it was like 4 teams that won like over 50 games since 2000 when they were outgained on offense. Iowa had like 64 of those kind of games.
That's crazy.
You outgain on offense, you still won.
That's kind of wild. I tell you one I think I like right here though, Z, and I don't know what's up with him, but I think they can do it. I'm looking at this Oklahoma State versus South Dakota State. Then it's at Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
And they have Oklahoma State by 9.5. I
want that one.
I feel like they can do that.
Yeah, because they got that damn running back. Look, man, hey, he nice.
Drunk driver.
And Gundy, man, he's a good coach, man. Like, I think people overlook him.
They do. He is a good coach. Now, they tend to start out funny bunny in the beginning, but I think they can handle the Jackrabbits.
Well, with that, and I'm just going to say, I mean, what's the running back name? Gordon or whatever? I'm going to look. They normally be having like, I don't have the top rushers on here, but their quarterback, he posted some, and he's like a 7-year senior.
It's a couple of those, Z.
But to me,
boys,
that's one person you don't really have to doubt. A 7th-year senior should really be competent, especially when he got a good run game. All you got to do is not mess up.
Yeah.
I think that's one of them games where he can play and not mess up, because the run game is really going to dominate against the Jackrabbits. So, yes, I definitely like OK State here. Whatever that – 9? Yeah, they covering that 8. I don't even know if I need to buy no points that game.
I don't think so.
All right. And then you know how you have these big teams against small teams in that state. So we got Ohio State playing Akron in Ohio. Like, that's like your little baby brother, your second cousin, family member. Like, you want to beat them, but you don't want to embarrass them. You want
to embarrass them.
We think they're going to, come off the gas against them first game? Because they
ain't going to have to.
They got
come off the gas.
They not coming off?
They don't have to.
But it's like they can try, but they got so many better players than Akron. Like, that game might be 30-0 in the first half, and they gonna cover by not even trying.
Yeah,
like that. Like true. I want to see that one too, because true. They got so many All-Americans. It's ridiculous, man. Akron, like, some of them games, like, they not even hyped to play those kind of teams. They just there to get the game over with. So I don't know. I might not put them on. I might put them on one parlay, but yeah, I'm not betting Texas State against Colorado State. I'm not betting that game. I don't know how you feel.
No. I like let me see. I just saw, man, I'm thinking I'm liking Notre Dame. They getting +3 at A&M. I think I like that. I think
You like the quarterback.
I think I like that Okay, it's -3. That's telling me that they think these teams are even. So with that being said, I got a new team, new coach versus a team that has a coach and the system in place, and that wins. And it's competitive. Notre Dame's been really, really competitive with Freeman at the head coach. And so, they're going to go to Texas A&M and they're going to compete. I don't even know who A&M quarterback is. They're going to be better, but with
what's up, Mo?
Elko.
Y'all still on?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, hit me when y'all.
Okay.
With Elko coming from Duke, A&M's going to be better, but I think Notre Dame can go in there and again give me the 3. I think they can win. I may throw some on the money line too. Sprinkle that.
Yeah, I mean that game had my attention too because the quarterback from Duke, he can throw and he can scramble. He can run that rock too. So, dual threat, that's a lot on defenses. But you skipped some games I wanted to look at.
Oh, okay.
The Miami over Florida. Miami got a lot of transfers. We can talk about this game next week. And I hate Florida because they killed a 6-pick parlay for me last year too when they couldn't kick with 5 field goals on Charlotte. Like,
they actually going to Ben Griffin. I'm gonna have to watch that game. They're actually going to Gainesville. So
Ren just hollered at us. What time is? Oh yeah, he just said something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one right there. I don't. I'm with you. I'm kind of like you with the Clemson, and I don't. With Clemson, Georgia, you want to see? I got to see what Miami's talking about, man. I love Cam. I love Cam Ward. I love him.
I couldn't even get his name out of my mouth, and you know how I feel.
I love him, but I need to see it.
You're right. But I'm still pissed at Florida. Like I'm telling you, man, DT, that week, Florida was like the last game. All 5 of my games then I already hit. I done bet them single games. I done bet them in the parlay, and I'm like, I won this. I know they finna cover against you. I did some more parlays. I'm like, I already got this money. I'm finna start bet. Nothing else went right the rest of the goddamn night. And they kicked 5 field goals at home against Charlotte, man. That's like that's Chinese torture. Like that's not supposed to happen. And so I want Miami to embarrass them. That's what I want.
I don't know if they're gonna do that in Gainesville, but
but yeah, that is a rivalry game. So I feel like that's gonna be a lot closer.
If this was a neutral joint, maybe if they were playing in Tampa or something, but they're going to actually taking themselves to the swamp. So like I said, I might have to watch that. That's a real live football game. That's a real football game.
Florida lost their little running back, Etienne. He went to Georgia. Travis Etienne, younger brother. So
man,
that was like
taking the 14. Come on, man. You worry about taking that 14 at Clemson?
No, that's what I'm saying. So I don't really know what all Florida got, in their stable. They losing their best player because, everybody ain't the same caliber. But the next game I'm looking at is FIU going to Indiana. Indiana, and I like this game solely because they got James Madison coach. And James Madison, I think they had made him to the top 25. I think he had a bunch of kids leave James Madison and enter that portal in Indiana. So I feel like, damn, it's 22.
Let's see.
I don't know.
They're going to Indiana.
Yeah.
They do got Indiana by 20 on that.
Yeah, it is a lot.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't know much about the Panthers.
I'm taking it. I'm taking that bet.
A good coach.
I'm taking new coach. So they hype to play for a winner. You got players in there that know how he wants to play because this was the school that had more transfers than Dion last year. Dion had 36. He had 37 this year. transfer into his school with the kids that left James Madison to go with him. So FIU lost by 34 to Middle Tennessee. And Jacksonville State by almost. Indiana with a proven coach, I feel like is going to cover that 20 easily.
Oh, so hold on. The James Madison coach is at Indiana.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because Indiana is already pretty good. I mean, they're already competitive in the Big Ten. Like especially in Indiana. Like they had some really close games. I hope I'm not misremembering, but I feel like they had some close ones that they lost at the crib.
They did.
Michigan State
because I'm telling you, I was watching the game last year.
Yeah, they lost some close ones.
Look here, that was Illinois. That was Illinois D lineman. It was like Illinois D lineman. Like, man, this cat gonna get drafted. You know the big D linemen that got the belly all out. They got the jersey tucked under the shoulders with the single digits on the D line. Like, you know what I'm saying? He know he's him. Should know. But yeah, I think he was at Illinois. I can't remember who he got drafted by. I was like, man, he causing like too much havoc.
Big body.
Yeah. I like Indy. I'm gonna put them on a ticket or two. Man, they got Nebraska beating UTEP by 27. I'm not touching that. Nebraska ain't proved that. They got a freshman being a quarterback.
No, absolutely not.
I do want to see what this App State at East Texas State University coming to Appalachian State, whatever. I feel like they're gonna cover that, man. They're a good team.
I don't even know what that would even be.
What'd you say?
State. I guess that's the old Commerce.
ETSU. I don't know. Isn't that
might be Eastern Tennessee?
Yeah, that might be Eastern Tennessee because I don't see no Texas schools on here.
They're not gonna have no line. They're not gonna have no line on that game.
And they'll have a line game day. And I'm gonna bet it. They're not gonna have no game till Saturday. All right. Another little sleeper team I like. Iowa State was playing real good to end the season, but they lost to Texas. They lost to Memphis that last game. I just remember them, surprising me last year. I need to see who all they got coming back. But this North Dakota, I don't believe in them. So yeah,
I'm liking LSU here.
Oh, who they play?
Just to win. They're playing USC at Allegiant. So it's LSU minus 4.5. I like them on the money line.
And we might need to take the over on that too.
Because they over 63.5. But you might be right though, Z. You know what? Why I'm tripping.
Yeah, because
USC ain't backing the defense.
USC, that little quarterback played in the bowl game. He played decent. Lincoln gonna make him a little bit better. They're gonna put up some kind of points. We don't really expect their defense to be, stopping anybody. So
they don't even expect their defense to stop anybody. So why would I? So that 63, mate. Yeah, I mean, I'm liking some things. I'm about to write these down. You could probably get some pretty wicked parlays going.
Yeah.
Because I like LSU to just win it, just outlast them, and if you can push USC a little bit, you can win. Just like Tulane did a couple years ago in the bowl game.
Come on now, that's how I won that bowl challenge.
Just push them. So
no, really, I'm going to tell you what it came down to. That USC Tulane bowl game, what is the Cotton Bowl? It came down to USC messing up on special teams, a kick return. Tulane had just scored, and number 4 muffed the kick return and put them like on a 2-4, some crazy. Well, Tulane ended up getting the ball and stayed in the game to come back and win. It was just something that they should not have messed up. But thank you, God, they did. All right, tailor-made. I got 2 little games. Air Force over whoever the hell that is, and Northwestern over Miami of Ohio. Remember, Northwestern had went through that little scandal where they had to get rid of their coach and bring in, the Hayes and stuff. Well,
okay. Yeah.
Northwestern came together at the end of the season. They had they had a 4-game win streak, and they lost to Iowa 10-7. Like whatever it is they went through, I think it's a new day. I think Northwestern was going to right their wrongs and be a better football program because of it. Because they're in the Big Ten, they're not no slouches. You know, I feel like they're gonna, win this game against Miami of Ohio.
And it's 3.5. Take it. I'm taking it. They went on to beat Utah in the bowl game last year, so we gotta love that. Because Utah's tough, man. Like Utah's a genuinely tough team. They're not this type of squad, man. Them boys want to get in your face, mano y mano, as they say, and they want to see who can push each other down first.
Yeah.
So for them to go win that bowl game, and it's Miami, Ohio. Yeah, I'm these first games. I'm just looking at who gonna push folks down. I feel like Northwestern, in this case, can push these boys down.
Yeah, me too. I'm telling you, we can find a 10 pick, bro. It's there. It's there. Okay. I like South Carolina over Old Dominion. Old Dominion is an average, above average team. They don't always come to play, but South Carolina in that SEC, I know they got ballers. And this is not somebody who they finna take easy. They finna come out there against Old Dominion at home, and they finna play like they Georgia. That's how I feel.
I'm trying to figure out what week are you on? Is this week 2?
The 31st.
Why I'm not seeing these? Why they not? I'm not.
You don't just have it on top 25 teams, do you?
Therein lies the problem, my brother. I'm like, why I'm not seeing these folks? Okay, here we go. South Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, they just lost Spencer Rattler. But you know what? They should be able to. What's the line on Old Dominion?
I don't think it's a line yet. Oh, 21. 21.
I don't trust South Carolina. They should be able to
do something for me.
I think my money's gonna be on that, but
So like, and we definitely gonna scout some more. But from and I'm playing this college football, and I'll be looking at a lot of these TikToks or whatever, and they got like a bona fide number 1 receiver, and I got to go look at him some more.
South Carolina.
Yeah,
that dude's good.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that dude's good. I thought he came out. That dude's good.
Yeah. So
he a big body too, man. Yeah, he's good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
they're going to. That's going to be a coming out party. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess I seen him when I was watching Rattlers, when I was watching his film. Because I was trying to figure out, are these good throws or if this receiver is just making all. I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, and they lost to Clemson 16-7. But that's 23 points. That's a hell of a game. That's an ugly game. It was 10-7 in the first quarter, and Clemson managed to kick 2 field goals in the second and third.
Clemson, listen, I'm gonna let Dabo,
that was your boy.
Let change. You don't want to move around with change. I mean, I like Dabo, I really do. But can't be resisted to change, my boy.
Like my ex-wife told me, change is the only constant.
And in facts on facts.
Don't you talk to me like that. So we got Campbell playing at Liberty. I'm big on Liberty because of the DeSoto connection. His pops played. He was at DeSoto with us. He's going to come on the show with us too.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm big on Liberty winning over Campbell. Matter of fact, in my NCAA, little man won the Heisman at Liberty, the quarterback.
We balling, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm taking them over Campbell, whatever that spread is. Alabama over West Kentucky, they got to win by 31. I'm taking that too. I think they sleeping on DeChambeau, whatever his name is.
Who?
DeChambeau, the coach.
I thought that's the golfer.
Oh, what's the damn coach name at Alabama? It's start with a D. I do know that.
I can't believe I can't ring a bell on anybody's name right now. My brain is fried.
And like I said, we're gonna talk about them again next week with Mo.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a little bit more evaluation this weekend, man. And I mean, I got to take some of these easy ones.
DeBoer, that's his name.
DeBoer, there it is.
Yeah,
there he is. And I'm sure he's a fantastic coach, and I know Alabama has a lot of talent. But you know, Nick Saban is that's a lot.
And I think they got the best. I think they got the best coach they could get to replace him. I really believe that.
Yeah, we gonna see.
If you look at his resume before he got to Washington, I mean, nothing's perfect, but
I agree.
His everything leading. I mean, who was really thinking about Washington before Penix and him? Because Penix was in Indiana,
and that's kind of my point. No one was thinking about the Huskies. Everyone is thinking about the Tide. So I'm not down that he's a good coach. I'm not in Washington. I don't think you have those week-to-week pressures.
No. Pac-12 definitely don't have that.
And so
coming out the gate against Western Kentucky,
you got to think. You like to think for them to handle business for certainly.
Hey man, I'm taking them on at least one ticket. I might play about 5 of them things. I'm taking them on one.
Try to give me a hodgepodge of a 3-pick. Try to give me a money. Try to get me a line, a spread, and try to give me an over. I'm trying to do
Man, I might do about 10 picks, $5 each. It's gonna add up. Furman and Ole Miss. I'm taking Ole Miss. I'm just taking them. They got a lot to prove. They ain't got no half stepping. And Ole Miss is one of them. They not coming off the gas. Kiffin, he loves looking good. And that's the game he finna look good.
Furman, they got a line on this?
Nope. Yeah, it's gonna come out that Saturday. I don't see nothing else I really like. Oh, they got Kansas State against UT Martin. We gotta look at that day of because I like that quarterback. U of H.
Kansas State quarterback is at Ohio State now.
So that's the backup. I mean, they was rotating them out. Which one, the little light-skinned dude? He's the one at Ohio State?
Whoever the better one is.
Okay, so we got to revisit this.
Whoever the better one is. He up there with your boy Chip Kelly.
Who? Chip Kelly as well?
He's the offensive coordinator at Ohio State.
Oh my God!
He left a head coaching job to be an offensive coordinator.
I think I threw up a little bit. I hate Chip Kelly.
Well, he's gonna have his visor on, so.
Man, he did my boy Shady McCoy, man. I ain't forgetting it. He got rid of Shady in Philly. I can't let that go.
Man, Shady was washed up, man.
I don't care. What did they do? What did he do without him? Nothing. Do nothing without him. So how you gonna say who's washed up?
Well, I'm not worried about what Chip tells you. I'm worried about what did Shady McCoy do afterward.
He went to Buffalo and played nice. He was nice in Buffalo.
Did he though?
Yes. I'm gonna have to look that up, man. Shady wasn't that dude. Hey man, Radar now was funny though.
Man, they were great. Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, I knew Radar. Hey, and he left when I left to go get fish. I didn't hear the stories he was telling y'all. But what did he say about practicing outside in the snow?
Oh, he was he was saying that if you what are you saying about it? If a car could start in Buffalo, it'll start anywhere. And he was like, hey man, we got to that first practice in that snow. He was like, man, I was trying to go home. Because Buffalo is like historically known for having bad facilities. Like, kind of like Kansas City now. Like Kansas City facilities are, shit. They compared to other people, they trash. But Buffalo was real bad back then. Real bad.
Okay, so he didn't tell the story I wanted him to tell then. So that's why I'm kind of upset. So we're gonna have to get him to tell when we come back home. So he told me when they found out they had to practice outside in that snow, some of them grown men start crying. Yeah.
That's funny. Nah, he definitely did not get to that.
Like what? Like, man, I didn't expect to hear that crying. Like, it's no crying in football. Got the Tom Hanks going on, but yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to call him out on that next time. So Shady McCoy, his first season in Buffalo had 895 yards. Second year, 1,200. Third year, 1,100. Fourth year, he had 500. Then he went to KC. Then he went to Tampa. So he still has some juice left in them legs, man.
Okay.
Yeah, 2,000-yard receivers after the first year he got there. First year just wasn't no good year.
After the first year, he got where?
After the first year in Buffalo, he finished with 2,000-yard receivers. 2,000-yard rushing yard seasons.
At Buffalo?
In Buffalo.
Oh. I guess that's averaging 60 yards a game. That's not. Is that good?
Are receivers who get 1,000 yards receiving, like how many yards a game is that? And they playing 17 games, like that's not hard either.
That's way less touches. Way less touches than what it takes a running back.
Oh, I know.
1,000.
And I'm a shady McCoy fan. He could got them 1,000 yards. He could have been adding that on top of his record for the Eagles. That could have been added to that. No. I don't like none of them games. I'm taking Oregon over Idaho. Whatever that spread is, they love to beat up on the small people. You like Notre Dame? I like Notre Dame. I'm definitely gonna watch that game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one.
I'm trying to get me a better internet connection. I got like me an internet booster to try to make sure I'm not streaming as much because I got the Fire Stick. And so what I'm gonna start trying to do is have like little watch parties. Man, I have like a little watch party at my house where I have like 2-3 TVs going, or I might have some on Sundays at my uncle's house. Like either one of them days, either Saturday or Sunday, or both, I'm gonna start trying to have some watch parties. So who I want to come through, chill, eat, you know what I'm saying, watch the game, do whatever. So
what kind of internet do you have right now?
T-Mobile, man, and I'm not sure if I want to keep T-Mobile.
Is that little box thing? That little Wi-Fi thing, or it's real?
Yeah. It's a little Wi-Fi. It's
See, I don't
cube
know
or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know when you have internet companies, you can get various levels of speeds. You know what I mean? It's not like when you get the internet, it's just one thing. You can get, everything has levels. I'm not sure if you can do those on those cubes though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to see because that's what I need to do. I want to get better in it because I went and got it so I can make sure that we had a good show tonight. Because when I watched the fight this weekend, man, it was streaming so bad that I didn't think I was gonna watch the main fight. But it finally came around where it wasn't streaming as bad. But I was like, it just had me worried for the show. So
you talking about Adesanya?
Man, and then he didn't do a goddamn thing.
He lost me $100 is what he did.
Man.
He lost me the $100 I had won the damn previous fight in the sub main. I had the underdog, and the underdog knocked Rock Buddy World. And I was like, okay, Adesanya's gonna go in here and handle business.
Say, man, them undercard fights was the shit though. Like all them undercards was nice though.
Dude, the way that the UFC does it, you're exactly right. The way they do it, how they have the rankings. So you're actually fighting for something. You're not waiting on promoters to get it all rah-rah. Hell, you fight, your ass move up the ranks, and you're trying to get yourself into championship contention, like legitimately. And so all them fights be meaning stuff, man. Them boys be getting after it. man, they be getting after it. I love it, man. 3 rounds. We ain't got all this time trying to feel each other out, man. We finna got this motherfucking slug
right now.
So I love the setup, but yeah, the goddamn style bender. I was like, man, oh man. I thought I was finna hit. He started tagging, buddy, and
he didn't try to stop him from getting the hold. It's like he was cool with him holding on him like that. He didn't have no defense for that. Like that was piss poor. You can't let him win like that. You know that's what he's trying to do. Because he was trying to hold and wrap him up time like the whole fight. But
yes, he was.
Let's finish these games. I like Auburn. Who was that coach there? Freeze?
Hugh Freeze.
Whoever I can't remember who the coach is.
That's like how these guys keep getting jobs after misappropriating funds and such.
Come on, coach.
Escorts.
We'll talk about that off camera. But yeah, I like Auburn to cover.
They did it. I didn't.
Hey, what's the cat? Paterno? Like he back. He even back in. He might even back at Arkansas.
Well, he was at A&M last year as the offensive coordinator.
He might be at Arkansas messing with another GA.
Well, old boy beat that head in, and he tried to say he got into a motorcycle wreck.
Oh, that's what that was?
Oh, yeah. That was the boyfriend. Put them things on that boy.
Feelings hurt.
All that neck brace, all that was for show. You see, you don't get no black eye like that, Z, from no motorcycle wreck. Trust me, I've been in one.
I definitely recall.
You ain't gonna have no black eye.
SMU gonna kill Houston Christian. Let me write them down somewhere.
Yeah, that's gonna be a beat down.
San Diego State gonna kill Texas A&M Commerce. See that. Charlotte gonna kill James Madison because their coach not there. Yeah, James Madison got to win by 7. Like everybody let transfer. Who they expect to win that game? And Charlotte, I think Charlotte got some nice pieces. Gotta see what Arizona got to win by 30. You said you like USC. No, you like LSU over USC. LSU. Yeah. And then Florida State played Boston College to end Memorial Weekend. Boston College beat SMU last year in the bowl game. Yeah. So yeah, next week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. We got a lot of games to pick from, man. Get certain games that we said we like. We can elaborate on them a little more. Hopefully, it'd be a little spread up there we could talk about next time we
we'll see. We'll see.
So yeah, next week is gonna be Coach Davis, my receivers coach from SFA, and then Michael Ricks, the receiver that played opposite me, who got drafted by the Chargers when Ryan Leaf got drafted.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and I don't know if I told you, but Radar and Fisher, they played opposite each other. They were starting receivers they senior year opposite each other.
Yeah.
So
I can gather.
Such a small world, man. We as big as it is, man, it's just so damn small. It's crazy. So that was unique what we just did.
Man, that was dope, man. That really was, man. Just I mean, I don't have to say name drops, but just like you said, bringing the world just closer. I mean, all of a sudden 2 degrees from O.J. Simpson and Rick James, just like that. So, and I've always loved OJ. OJ, my guy. We share a birthday, so I gotta love that.
Orenthal and Deitron. Yeah. Have you been watching this? It's a show called Hotel Cocaine. Have you seen that?
Nah. I ain't been watching those shows these last couple of weeks, man. I've been reading books and detoxing. I've been watching shows all damn year.
Okay. Well, when you get ready to go back into some shows, Hotel Cocaine is a nice one. You know how the cocaine war started in Miami, and the little cat that's over the hotel, the Mutiny, he like inspired Rick James to write Super Freak from the show. So he got a cameo in there for a couple of shows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's pretty decent. But hey man,
yeah, I've seen the what you call it. I've seen it before. I've seen the whatever advertisements.
We done went 2 hours.
Yeah, boy, I'm tired too.
They didn't want to stop telling stories though. I had to finally, hey man, we finna do this, and then we finna move on. So they enjoyed talking to each other.
That's what you. Yeah, but that's what you want though. You know, good guess. I mean, informational, have stories to tell. You know, personal, and like you talked about, just kind of already having the connections and still learning stuff. You know, because I didn't know Fisher played with your pops. Like I know he went to Baylor, but I didn't know he was there. I thought he was younger.
And so, yeah, I was trying to bring Bruce Davis on, who I talked with at Holmes. He was Fisher's backup, but he knew my old man, and he went to Cleveland and played down there. He was like a return specialist. So I wanted to bring him on, but I had an old number. And when I posted it on Facebook, his son was like, "Hey man, y'all might know my old man." I put the picture of me and his old man on there, like, let him know I've been trying to get in touch with him. So we might be able to get him on, later on.
Yeah. That was dope, man. So let's keep the show rolling.
So we got to reach out to your Eagles, man. Your boy Phillip and whoever else, might want to come on and reminisce, go down memory lane with you. So, teach your song. So let's try and see who else we can bring to the show and bring some more stories and laughs to this thing.
No doubt. Yeah, we get it popping, man. I like what's going on. So
all right, man. Till next week.
One show at a time.
Till next week. Appreciate everybody coming back to the return of Wing the Sports Lounge.
Yeah. See, I can't see that people are on here. I guess it's better that way because I talk like ain't nobody in the chat. So
we got 2 people watching us right now.
Okay,
we appreciate y'all showing up.
Like that, man. Big love.
Peace out.
Yep.
Yeah. They will come.